Startling psychological truths about women. Once you comprehend them, you won't ever see ladies in the same manner once again. Intriguing, erratic, and abundant discrepancies, saying at one point that they want a kind man, the next time they're pursuing the one who handles them as an after all. It never seemed to matter. Every action you do is one step at a time, behind attempting to figure out what they really meaning, that you're not insane and that you're definitely not alone. The reality is that most guys experience life wholly unaware of how women really consider, yet this is what sets them apart. Few benefit from the many who difficulty to comprehend, because neither does psychology lie. In actuality, women follow their intuition. Influenced by emotions, culture, and evolution, they often lack the ability to explain, and if you're unfamiliar with this game, you are the game when you play it. But knowledge is authority, and the ancient Stoics recognized this was superior to everyone they saw. Realistic illusions that centered on learn to dominate themselves instead of being under the influence of others. Thus today I'm drawing the curtain back and exposing 29 startling psychological information about women that most guys will never understand. Pay attention to the finish, since, upon doing so, you will encounter ladies and the planet from a very new perspective lens. Before we get started, pause to, if you're prepared to change, subscribe. How you manage connections by using the every video is a step toward the strength of Stoicism, in the direction of controlling your thoughts and constructing more robust and significant connections. Let's begin with a kissing. Someone unexpectedly isn't only romantic, it numbs and is a natural pain reliever. Women's psychological facts. Physical discomfort reduces tension and even has the ability to change feelings, and here's 95% of ladies will blow your mind. Get aroused when guys suck their primal subconscious, and fingers ingrained in the mind of women. The most men are unaware of this, so let's take. Have you ever observed how cheats go deeper? Believe that everyone is dishonest and that liars. There are falsehoods everywhere in the world. It's psychological, not a coincidence at all. People use projection to show who they are by claiming that others have done precisely what they take care of themselves, and this is where, when things become fascinating, guys are inherently attracted to confident-looking ladies, not just those that are pleased with themselves, but females who project unwavering confidence that it's the same. Why weak guys are fixated on approval. Although powerful men are respected without uttering a confidence is more than just a pretty word. Get ready for this. It's power. Approximately 7% of women have had an orgasm, caused by the noises of menstruation cramps. Crazy maybe, but biology doesn't give a damn. What you believe, it simply does. It's programmed to do. And in relation to the mind, if your mind is always wandering, there's an 85% probability that you're feeling dissatisfied with your life is more than simply a random statistic, which reflects inner discontent. But the worst part is yet to come. Women are naturally attracted to males who pay attention, not the men who nod, while awaiting their opportunity to speak, but those who are detail-oriented without requiring reminders. In spite of what society claims, guys are drawn to physical contact on par with women, cuddling and feeling the warmth of a lady, that feeling of belonging. It's not just something she likes, is ingrained in our biology. But here is how it differs. For guys, it's usually about comfort, tranquility, and for women, grounding is about safety as well as assurance. And discussing the majority of men who lack confidence talk in silence when uncertainty persists. Speaking, have you ever seen how the loudest, the men in the room, are always boasting about their wealth and position, or their alleged achievements are often the weaker, in contrast to the guys who really possess the ability to move? Silently, they don't have to demonstrate anything, as they are now something. Let's discuss heartbreak, because males, they suffer much more than they admit in these research. Demonstrate how males feel more after a split. More emotional suffering than women, which is why men are encouraged by society to push their feelings in order to proceed, such as nothing occurred, yet in actuality that pain persists and is more intense because males are instructed to suppress it rather than women who process it, weep, vent, and get assistance. From their male pals, they endure hardships in, "Here's some rough love in silence. If you're liked by everyone and have a serious issue, consider males who attempt to please everyone, but nobody will be pleased." Why? Given that they lack a true identity, they adapt to blend in order to stay away from struggle to be everyone's good guy. A lady should have in mind this. Whoever has dated another guy may have psychologists with a somewhat distinct grin imply that it's there yet subtle. Perhaps there is a glimmer of shame, or perhaps it's an unconscious indication that she is concealing anything that doesn't need accusations, just need to watch, and if those who don't even realize you despise it. You interpret it as a symbol that indicates you're supporting anything that indicates what you're doing, something that weak men want. Strong guys who get affirmation gain respect, and the greatest retaliation in life, enormous success. Let's be clear about loyalty. Isn't shown when someone stands in front of you, it's shown while you're not present. Listen to what they're stating that many individuals will be happy to. Your face seems to be supporting you, but as soon as you leave, they show who. In reality, their deeds are meaningless if, when nobody is around, they don't hold up. Observing this expert advice will stop causing so much needless fuss. Most individuals don't genuinely overshare. Concern about your difficulties and are decent. Some of them are wishing in private to observe that the more you speak, the more you fail. Ammo you provide them with, maintain your closely circle your plans, be quiet, and let your outcomes speak for themselves, and since let's deal with it in its unadulterated state. Something amusing if a lady continues to, looking at your parcel, she's most likely considering its magnitude. Yes, that does occur. Contrary to popular belief, women are often merely as inquisitive as males, but they're more delicate about it, so there's no need to simply accept the praise without overanalyzing it. Shift. Now, here's something that may make you thank you for your evening activities. A single sexual encounter burns a bit more, 100 calories or so, but here is where it. For guys, it becomes intriguing after a single orgasm. A day has been associated with a lower risk. That's accurate science on prostate cancer really supports what most males instantly recognized, that it's a win-win for enjoyment and well-being, but do not misunderstand. Not all pleasure is. There's a thin line between beneficial for you and addiction and indulgence in a world. If inexpensive dopamine is widely available, thus most guys use social media for porn and unhealthy eating, seeking immediate satisfaction rather than genuine satisfaction. The guys who discover how to regulate their impulsive behaviors, they are dominant in everything in life, okay? I have to. Are you aware of the most startling fact? As far as you've heard, please drop a "Tell me which one blew" in the comments section below. Your thoughts the most, or even better. Let's check out who is really listening. Comment psychology is always truthful if you're. Let's flood the comments while you're still viewing. And see the exact number of us that gaining new knowledge today. I'll be reading as many as I can and responding to them. Have you ever seen a lady wearing fresh perfume and cosmetics after a tough day at? It's not always about feeling happy about your job or cleaning things up. It can be far more calculating than that. Maybe she's concealing what you are unaware of, creating yes. Nobody is able to determine her whereabouts or the truth about who she's been with. Some women are experts in the game. They are adept at concealing things in plain sight. View. Additionally, if you're not listening, you could overlook the warning signals. So here's I need to talk about something. Honor those who inform you of the truth. Even if it is painful for those, they are prepared to share with you what you must hear rather than what you want to hear, are those who really care about everyone. Otherwise, they will sugarcoat things to maintain you're at ease, yet that's not the case. World, while the truth will be painful, release you now. Here's an amazing truth that will alter the way you see life. Having at least 3 sexual encounters every week may give you a 7-year younger appearance. Yes, you heard me mention how pricey anti-aging products or lotions sex is. It maintains your natural anti-aging trick. Your intellect is clear, your body is keen, and you're confident. So what's stopping you? It's not just about enjoyment. It's also about feeling and looking your best manifestation of yourself. And this is the harsh truth as you see it. The reality you'll see in the mirror is accept it if you examine yourself and consider. Guess what? You'll remain. You're absolutely fine, absolutely well. But if you take the initiative, if you accept the grind and take responsibility for your confidence, you'll understand the strength of being authentically oneself. Being confident is more than simply looking well. It's about having confidence in yourself, and it begins with being truthful, with nobody else can provide you with the you must be a good listener to get affirmation, and let your ears to speak for you because your mouth. But that's another matter entirely. You've spent enough time here to recognize that the more you speak, the more run the danger of revealing yourself, whether it's your anxieties, your shortcomings, or simply making a mistake with your words. The finest guys are those who are silent and powerful. Recognize that it's not always about your words and the things you don't say that defines you, so say less and listen more. Your statements will be taken more seriously when you choose them carefully. Let's now explore something that might make you take a closer look at ladies. Did you know, however, that women with greater breast size often results with greater estrogen levels, which indicate their bodies are indicating a greater degree of fertility, and it's a factor that we are wired by nature to not only what appears on the surface. Biology is involved here. Some even assert that a woman's breast size may provide hints on the dimensions of other. Her bodily parts are amazing, don't you think? What you see is really a tiny portion of the here's another reality, and it's not beautiful, but that's the way things are. Younger people naturally appeal to working guys. Women's instincts are deeply ingrained in our evolutionary history. Compared to younger women in their prime is often more sensual in connect with their feminine side, and often more reserved, and that mystery is they are the kind of ladies who are magnetic, leaving you unsure of what's happening, out of sight, and that my pal is the kind of lady that may seize your focus, maintain it, and talk about age. This is a harsh fact that most won't let you know when a lady goes too far. She could truly age if she doesn't have sex. Quicker may seem absurd, but science has the invoices when a female isn't participating. In a sexually healthy existence, her body begins as we age, our hormones begin to change, and everything becomes more sluggish. Fact that we don't discuss enough, but it's true, which is why continuing to be engaged in each and every aspect of your life, including your romantic life, is more than simply enjoyment. The goal is to keep everything operating at peak. Therefore, if you want to become older, keep your game up and remain sharp with elegance. Exactly, don't forget the fundamentals. Your body is strong, your intellect is acute, and you really don't interact well with ladies. Accept less in this world. The only strong survive, which begins with accepting the reality, no matter how harsh perhaps public speaking is the key. For most individuals, one dread is even greater, more terrible than death. Well, consider that for a moment. The notion of being in front of a large crowd being examined criticized, or even made fun of, is sufficient for the majority of males to enter a chilly sweat. But that's actually what it is. Denotes the capacity to communicate with. One of the most potent things is confidence. When you give orders, a guy may have weapons, a space where your voice matters, and when you demand respect with your words, automatically ascend over the population. And in this planet, that's the distinction between being invisible and being a valuable guy. Observing, let's discuss something immediately. It transcends words even farther. I often wonder why there are so many males are attracted to women who have larger. Nevertheless, it's not only a preference, it's your biology studies are built to demonstrate that a lower body with proper proportions indicates improved fertility and bodily well-being, as well as subconsciously. Level males see that know of if you. Whether you know it or not, your brain is always looking for indications of vitality, health, and the possibility of robust children. You may believe it's just about attraction, but fundamentally it's pure survival via evolution. But let's not get it wrong. Having sex isn't just about enjoyment. It's a way to communicate a tie that makes the relationship stronger between a couple in a committed relationship. Relationship sex fosters closeness and trust, because when done well, emotional depth. Beyond only being physical, it's a representation of authority, and even a powerful guy is aware of dominance. Your self-management style in your bedroom often reflects how you take care of yourself in life. Weak guys stutter. Strong guys pause and seek approbation. Women react to that energy in the lead ways that they don't even acknowledge, and this is something that most guys keep in mind, that almost all women have cravings, confirmation prior to intimacy. If you believe that omitting the praises is the romantic build-up or tease doesn't matter, you're completely mistaken. Women are there for adoration, admiration, and a sense of they are sought for, which is why the males who know how to get feelings from women, desired not just in terms of appearance, but they are the ones that have always had the advantage, the covert command, the body and mind follow. So let's get forcing yourself on a single item. The lowest and most shameful thing is a woman, a man's ability to respect a woman's dignity, and for her, self-respect is crucial. And as soon as you break that, you're a weak, pitiful excuse, dude. For starters, genuine guys are attractive and don't take. They exude confidence. The confidence and power that make women want to voluntarily surrender. And when a lady selects you because she really wants you, that's when you really prevail, because a monarch will ultimately conclusion. How Stoicism aids males in mastering relationships and understanding women does not plead for allegiance by his appearance, at the end of the day demands it. Comprehending women is not about dominance. The more you observe, the wiser you become. The more you understand that allure, human nature and psychology all follow patterns, and your strength as a man derives from first conquering yourself. Stoicism instructs us to concentrate on the things that we can regulate: our ideas, behaviors and feelings, female relationships, and even how others see you. Those are outside variables. If you seek approval, you will always be dependent on other people. However, if you develop your mental power, your goal, you won't have to take them, because if you pursue, you'll draw insights, make good use of them. And keep in mind, a genuine Stoic watches without reacting, recognizes and follows. Purpose governs your thoughts, and everything else comes into place, and there are 29 startling psychological truths about. Some of these ladies really make you notice trust. Things are different, don't they? I have a lot more to discover if you must do this, if you thought it was intriguing. Watch the following 15 unexpected videos. Facts about women's psychology that you didn't know. You may see it on your screen by clicking on I'll meet you over there, okay? Additionally, remember to like this video. For more, please subscribe to our channel. Things like these that are eye-opening. Thank you for observing.